KSW family and friends, happy Tuesday. Advance apologies, the audio will be a little off today because I had an audio issue, so I'm re-recording the audio and it will not match my body, and now I'm moving. Well, anyway, we are in New York City, and it looks like New York looked in 1940s. I'm standing by the East River. The Manhattan Bridge is above me, and there's a black and white image of New York City behind me. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm so excited to introduce our Tuesday trivia for today. You'll see more of the image of New York right now. But before we do that, let's get to a little bit more moving and grooving, okay? Okay guys, like I said, the audio is going to be off today. I'm in New York in the 1940s because both of our actors we're talking about today and this very special trivia, Tuesday trivia, were born in New York City. I'm so excited to introduce them to you now. Alright, our first actor, Alfredo James Pacino, was born on April 25th, 1940 in East Harlem, New York. Better known as Al Pacino. And the other actor on this very special Tuesday trivia was born in Greenwich Village, New York, August 17th, 1943, Robert Anthony De Niro Jr. So guys, again, this is a very special Tuesday trivia. Al Pacino and Robert De Niro are two of the greatest actors of the 20th and 21st century. They are both still living and working today, and I wanted to introduce a very special Tuesday trivia because we're going to be looking at clips of their work. They have, Al Pacino has been in over 79 movies, and Robert De Niro has been in over 139 movies. They've also worked in 4 movies together, including The Godfather 2 and The Irishman. The Godfather 2 was released in 1974, and The Irishman was released in 2019. Okay, so normally when I do Tuesday trivia, I ask you questions, but also I thought today we would share clips. You know, I love the show, the Kennedy Center Honors, that comes on once a year. The Kennedy Center is in Washington, D.C. It's the National Performing Arts Center, and each year they honor artists. So I thought today I would share the tributes to both Robert De Niro and Al Pacino when they got their Kennedy Center honors. Robert De Niro got his in 2009, and Al Pacino got his in 2018. So we're going to watch both of those clips right now because I think the editing, the clip compilation is absolutely amazing, and I want you to pay attention in these tributes to what other artists are saying about them, okay? So first, we'll see the Robert De Niro, and then it will be followed by the Al Pacino, okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, Meryl Streep.
What is it that makes us love certain actors? What is it in their voice, their looks, their smile, a glance that just captures us for life? Actors love Bob's work because it's unfailingly honest and it's uncluttered. He's relentless in his desire to find just the right detail, the little thing that's going to tell you everything about a man. After The Deer Hunter, he and I made Falling in Love. And I had the privilege of watching his process. In a wardrobe test, for 3 hours, he tried on 37 identical little boxy jackets, windbreakers. To me, they looked identical, but he's checking the cuff, the collar, the zip, up, no, down, down, yeah, no, yeah, down. Until he found the right one, and the right one was the right one because it signified, it told you everything about this guy's socioeconomic status. It showed you his modesty and his precision. It was just tan. It was ignorable, but that's different from unimportant. Details are important, and Bob knows that. He changed everything for generations of actors. He took Brando's lesson in authenticity, which is claiming the moment for what an actor really feels, and then he just pushed it a little further in imaginative scope, shape-shifting his outside without ever compromising the soul of his character. In the brilliant and mundane and telling choices and details that accumulate to make a life's work, we take the full measure of Robert De Niro, this formidable actor, this fine, fine man. To act, to portray the inner truth of another human being. Greenwich Village, the 40s. Bob grew up the child of two of its most passionate painters. He was always watching, his mother said. His art was always going to be acting. The streets were his palette. Everything he saw, he brought with him to his craft. Even in shoestring productions, he burned a hole in the screen. But his future wasn't going to be in Hollywood. It was just down the street with Marty Scorsese. They were two young, hungry guys hell-bent on putting the real on screen.
You make me laugh, you know that? You know, I borrowed money all over this neighborhood, left and right, from everybody, and I never paid them back. So I can't borrow no money from nobody no more, right? So who does that leave me to borrow money from but you? I borrow money from you because you're the only jerk around here that I can borrow money from without paying back, right? You talking to me? You talking to me?
In Marty, he found a director he trusted. One pushed, and the other flew.
He has an extraordinary genius to be able to transform himself, to undergo a metamorphosis, and to simply be. Just be the person he's playing, not act, but become and command and inhabit the character. He throws himself into the deepest and darkest chasms and always comes out a human being.
You call me? I will. No matter how big I get, no matter who I fight, no matter what I do, I ain't never gonna fight Joe Louis.
Yeah, that's right. He's a heavyweight, you're a middleweight. We know that.
I ain't never gonna get a chance to fight the best there is. And you know something? I'm better than him. I ain't never gonna get a chance.
Every face is a landscape. Each performance touches center.
I want you to get this where he breathes. I want you to find this Nancy Boy Elliott Ness. I want him dead. I want his family dead. I want his house burnt to the ground.
There's your pillow.
Feel better?
Yeah, I do.
Good.
I'm a realist. I understand it's the 21st century, and you've probably had premarital relations with my daughter. But under our roof, it's my way or the Long Island Expressway. Is that understood?
Of course. Yeah.
Good. Keep your snake in its cage for 72 hours.
Okay.
Not far from where his parents painted, he built a studio for filmmakers. And then, a festival, a gift to the city he loves. If movies reflect the struggle within ourselves and our search for understanding, then this can be called the Age of De Niro.
At 13, Al committed so profoundly to a role in the school play that when his character was supposed to get sick on stage, Al actually got sick on stage.
Please welcome Chris O'Donnell.
I consider it one of the great honors of my life to have had the opportunity to go toe-to-toe with Al Pacino in Son of a Woman. And I was so fortunate to have it happen so early in my career. Every day was an education, watching Al dig into the script for the smallest nuggets of gold as he prepared tirelessly for the role. His work ethic was and remains an inspiration. I remember sitting in my dressing room preparing for the scenes that day, completely distracted by the strange noises coming from the room next door. Did I have the wrong call sheet? With my ear pressed against the wall, I realized it was just Al, passionately rehearsing for scenes we wouldn't film for another 2 weeks. Acting is Al's life. It is the oxygen that he breathes. It's almost as if there is no Al Pacino, simply the being that inhabits the roles that he plays. And the one role that we know least about is the role of Al Pacino. So here with the story of Al's early life, as told by his dear friend Meryl Streep.
Alfredo James Pacino began his career in the living room of a South Bronx apartment. His performance was a devastating reenactment of Ray Milland's desperate search for a hidden bottle of whiskey. He was 5 years old. His adoring audience was composed of his Sicilian grandparents and his mother, Rose. Al loved the young method actors and was electrified by Marlon Brando in On the Waterfront. But it was another rebel, James Dean, that awakened something within him, something he wanted to be. As a teenager, Sonny, as he was called, dropped out of high school. Acting was his calling and he was ready. He made his way to Lee Strasberg's Actors Studio, where Strasberg would famously say, "Some actors play characters. Al Pacino becomes them." After winning a Tony Award for Does a Tiger Wear a Necktie, he landed his breakout film role. These performances caught the eye of a young director who knew that Al was born to be in his next film.
Hey, it's good, it's good.
Studio heads pushed for superstars Robert Redford and Warren Beatty. But with one scene, Alfredo Pacino, formerly nicknamed Sonny, whose grandfather came from Corleone, became a star. Fate? Huh.
And now, two-time Tony-nominated actor and two-time Emmy winner, Bobby Cannavale.
I don't think that there's an actor from the last 5 decades who hasn't been influenced by Al Pacino. He is the reason why I was drawn to this profession. And on film, in Danny Collins, I had the outrageous fortune of playing Al's son and ensuring a lifetime of text messages from Al signed Papa. On Broadway, in Glengarry Glen Ross, I got to work alongside Al and played his iconic character, Ricky Roma. And that was a trip. I mean, not that long ago, I was daydreaming that one day Al Pacino would just come and see me in a play. I can't begin to tell you what an honor it is for me to be here tonight and be here to salute Al, a guy who I've always loved and saw as really a hero of mine and became a great friend and a brother. I'll be the first one to tell you that the theater is where he goes to dream. It's where he received his education, found his life and his art. Of all the playwrights, the many playwrights Al has interpreted, he has a particular fondness for Shakespeare. So Al, we've invited 2 of our finest actors to pay tribute to you tonight with the words of the Bard. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony winner Lawrence Fishburne and Al's Tony-nominated co-star in The Merchant of Venice, Lily Rabe.
Our revels now are ended. These, our actors, as I foretold you, were all spirits and are melted into air, into thin air.
And like the baseless fabric of this vision, the cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, the great globe itself, ye all which it inherit shall dissolve. And like this insubstantial pageant faded, leave not a rack behind. We are such stuff as dreams are made on.
Congratulations on this honor, Al. The joy of sharing the stage, your home with you, was a privilege that I will treasure for the rest of my life. Thank you. We love you very much.
Al, Shakespeare is a better poet than we will ever be actors. And the vibrancy and emotion that you bring to his words and the work of other great playwrights is a revelation for all of us who love the theater. We love you.
The best thing an actor can do is a role in a play in front of an audience. And do it, and do it, and do it, and do it. It's like this. Movies are like a tightrope walker, only he's walking on a wire, which is painted on the floor. And that's the difference. At theater, the wire is up there. In the movies, it's on the floor.
This one time, I'll let you ask me about my affairs.
So in the theater, once you start, That's it. Now that causes you to have an excitement. That causes your body to change. The very chemicals in your body change. The adrenaline is different. You become addicted to theater if you've done it enough, because you get addicted to that excitement. You get addicted to that adrenaline rush. You get addicted to the point of no return. That's what you live for.
And now, please welcome two-time Academy Award winner, Kevin Spacey.
I am incredibly delighted to be here tonight as my friend Al Pacino gets his honor. It's my pleasure to teach all of you in this audience how to do the perfect Al Pacino impression in 3 easy steps. 1, where did it go? I call this step, where did it go? Because Al always seems to be looking for something that he's lost. Now, he doesn't necessarily know what it is, but he still can't find it. So, because you're all sitting, I'm gonna sit and help you learn how to do this. So you have to start by searching for something that has gone missing.
Where is it? My wallet, my passport, my toothbrush, my lines, my performance. Whoa, where did that go?
Step 2 is the surprise. Al, for some reason, always looks a little surprised. If you look at his face, it's like, what just happened? The last thing I remember, I was snorting a wheelbarrow full of cocaine in Scarface, and now I'm sitting next to the president. Whoa, how did that happen? And then finally, step 3 is the huff. Whoa. Al seems to have a lot of air. He's got to get it out. Whoa. Hoo-ah. I blow it out, but it just comes right back in. Look, the reason that all of us love to do an impersonation of Al Pacino is because he has created characters that are unforgettable. And that's because for Al Pacino, it's not just business. It's not just business. It's craft. And I've been fortunate to know him a long time and work with him. I adore you. Congratulations, my friend. Roll the film. Thank you so much.
Oh, wow. We got some lights. Got a couple of cameras. That's nice.
Al Pacino. Attica. Can you believe this? Al Pacino. This guy's the reason I became an actor. I'm out of order, Pig. You're out of order. This whole courtroom's out of order. You're out of order. You're out of order. The whole trial is out of order.
What is it with men and The Godfather, huh?
The Godfather is the I Ching. You're at war. It's not personal, it's business.
It's not personal, Sonny. It's strictly business.
I know it was you, Fredo. You broke my heart.
I know it was you.
You broke my heart.
Say hello to my little friend. Say hello to my little friend. Say hello to my little friend. Say hello to my stinky little friend.
Hoo-ah! 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 Congratulations.
Anyone ever told you look exactly like Al Pacino? You know, Scent of a Woman? Hoo-ah! Hoo-ah!
From Scent of a Woman, Gabrielle Anwar and Chris O'Donnell. Ladies and gentlemen, two-time Academy Award winner, Sean Penn.
Perhaps there's no other actor alive whose diverse characters, voices from stage and screen are so indelible to those audiences as those spoken, listened to, acted by Al Pacino. They talk of being bitten by the acting bug. Man, this guy was bitten by the acting Godzilla. He makes the gods of acting smile. He's made the Tonys smile and the Academy Award. I was so privileged to work with Al, to work with an actor who was so in it. We love Al Pacino for his raw human spirit, for being that actor who never left the stage, but instead pushes it forward and shares it. And in film, Dog Day Afternoon, Scarecrow, Scarface, and Justice for All, the Godfather films, Glengarry Glen Ross, The Insider, Serpico, these are just the ones for which he didn't get the Academy Award. Well, there's a time for all of it to be honored. That's tonight, my friend, as Al receives our nation's highest creative recognition, the Kennedy Center Honor. Al Pacino.
Serpico! I'm a cop. Would you believe that?
Brother, you are going down.
Life's this game of inches. The inches we need are everywhere around us.
Aren't you going out today? With what, John? With what?
They stole the Glengarry leads.
This guy is the ultimate insider. He's got something to say. He wants to say it. I want it on 60 Minutes.
All doctors believe they're God. They shouldn't, but they do.
Say, Roy Cohn, you are a homosexual. And I will proceed systematically to destroy your reputation.
I want a military funeral, and I'm entitled to have one free of charge.
There was one Napoleon, one Washington, one me.
In all the 5 boroughs, I'm known. Forget about it.
If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die?
Never give up your friends, Dave, no matter what.
Surprise. You wouldn't have buzzed me up if you wasn't gonna let me in.
I gotta tell you something. I got a crush on you. I have done some desperate, foolish things come 3 o'clock in the morning.
That, my friends, is called integrity. That's called courage. Now that's the stuff leaders should be made of.
Me, I want what's coming to me.
Oh, well, what's coming to you?
The world should go.
Who put this thing together? Me!
In my home, in my bedroom where my wife sleeps,
Where my children come and play with their toys.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed it today. I again apologize for my audio. I figured out the issue, so hopefully tomorrow it won't be an issue. Guys, I also hope you enjoyed just seeing the work of 2 of the greatest actors working today and what makes them so great. And what's so great about what we do is we can feel other actors and feel their greatness and see their greatness by how they touch us emotionally. So guys, thank you for joining me today. I will see you tomorrow for Motivational Wednesday. I have kind of a special part 2 Motivational Wednesday planned. Let's move and groove, alright?
Do
Love you guys.